Look at this wheel. The text is so small that only the people with the best eyesight can barely possibly make out what this wheel's options are. This wheel contains every core set, side set, speed duel set, box set, structure deck, starter deck, and much more. Every episode, my buddy Evan and I will each be catapulted to a completely random time in Yu-Gi-Oh! We will receive something completely random and duel at the end of every episode, upgrading our decks and ban list with every episode. This is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Randomized series. Well then, I am sincerely sorry to every single person who watched the first episode. I should have just done a do-over or something, but I don't want that kind of stuff to be allowed unless you pull the same set twice. So, episode 2, hopefully I can pull a better set that provides a bit better of a deck and a bit better of a duel. If not for my sake, then for your guys' sake, because I know that episode was egregious. And I do not want that to represent the entire series. Well, let's get started. I'm scared. Looks like it's going to be the Dark Emperor structure deck. So this time, instead of opening any packs, I instead get a structure deck. The Dark Emperor structure deck. I don't know what's in there. Oh my goodness, this is the structure deck that has Caius the Shadow Monarch. I get something good? Okay, so pretty much the way structure decks work is that I get every card from... I pretty much just get a copy of that structure deck. But the thing that confuses me is that there's a total of 36 cards listed here, which makes me think that there are multiples of some cards. Oh my goodness, just scrolling through that was awesome. I'm actually going to look up a better card list. Okay, yeah, here we go. Quantities. That's what I need. Okay, this deck looks so much better even if I was just playing it on its own without my Pharaoh servant pools. So I'm going to go through the card by card of at least the good cards in this deck. So first we have Caius the Shadow Monarch, who when he's tribute summoned, I get to target any card on the field and banish it. And then if it was a dark monster, I burn Evan for 1,000 damage. This card is awesome. Definitely playing it. Next card I think is worth talking about is DDM, who can discard a spell to special summon a banished monster. Only stipulation is that he requires a tribute as well. Next up is Kaiku, who can banish cards from the opponent's graveyard if he inflicts battle damage. Deity Survivor gets brought back during the end phase if he was banished from the field. Deity Assailant, Warrior Lady, and Warrior, as well as Exiled Force in a different way, are all good forms of monster removal. Bazoo, Chaos Rider Gustav, and Dimension Alchemist are all great ways. Also, Banisher the Radiance, if I didn't mention him, maybe I did, but it's like nearly 2 a.m., so I'm a little bit tired, but all these dudes are good ways to get banished cards going. And then cards like Grenmaju, Helios, and Golden Homunculus gain attack for banished cards, which are great. Then we have cards like Soul Release to banish more, Rhoda to search for any of our many warriors in this deck, Lightning Vortex, which is pretty much just slightly worse Raigeki, Dark Core, which can take care of Card Trooper really well, Knock, Pre-Errata Brain Control. I did check this, so this structure deck is from before Edison format, and so it is from before the Yugi's World collection, but it is after the Jaden Yuki starter deck. So that means it's the 2007 version of Brain Control, which is functionally similar to the very first errata of Brain Control, as opposed to the modern Brain Control. So I get the pre-errata Brain Control. Then we've got MST, great removal. Enemy Controller, awesome. 2 Defies and a Macro. This is great. This is going to fuck with Evan so much, especially with cards like Card Trooper. He's just not going to get any darks in the grave, DDR to get back my banished monsters. I love this deck. I am extremely pleased with pulling this, and I can't wait to see how I'm going to build this up.
Alright. Round one. Back with the scary wheel. Let's get right into it. Wham had a much worse thing to open compared to me. Go fuck away. 2015. What is in Mega Pack 2015? What is going to be in here? Well, we get 16 cards. So once again, a ton of cards for me to scroll through. Okay, so we have Super Heavy Samurais, Fluffles, Melodious, Shadow. Interesting. Okay. We'll see if there's anything interesting in here. Okay, so there's some C synchros. Imagine I could somehow build that. Using Lapis. Utopic Dragon. Utopia Beyond. Pretty cool. Shekinaga. Another Squamata. Delta Rose is pretty cool. Like, I'm seeing a bunch of cards. Okay. Yazi. Imagine if I pulled off a Yazi combo. Monarch Stormforce if I get a Monarch. Versus the Dragons. Guess can't really make it. I really want removal. Because unless Wham pulls something really good, I feel that I should be able to take that deck in with some slight changes due to the limits. Wall of D's, nice. Amaterasu, Photon, Prime Photon Dragon, excuse me. Cloud Castle, Tondel, Rise of the Mega Monarch. That's really cool, actually. Strike of the Monarchs. I forget what that does. Despot 3. Swordsman of the Revealing Light. I forget. What's his condition? Where's the direct attacking special assignments? Defense is higher. Okay. 2400 bullet. I don't know what's the monster. Target monster needs. Okay. It's not that good. Although I do like him. Ooh. Augustus. So I can switch to Glad Beast because I got a shit ton of cards for that. Oh wait, I didn't even realize that was a Shadow Fusion right here. I forget the word for, like Neo Shadow Fusion or whatever it is. That's good. If I was to do Shadow ever. Bring this, Dolby Beyond. Another one of these, it's pretty cool. Despot 3. I have options. Let's look. Okay, it's like gotta be Glad Beast at this point. El Shadow Fusion as well. 3 Gladiator Beasts. Stride, if it attacks, you cannot activate cards until in the damage step. So 2 from my deck. I don't know. I think I'll leave them out. Shadow Fusion, yeah. That's pretty sick. Rip there though. Forbidden Scripture. that's. Oh my god, dude! Imagine I pulled this guy out, then I just go into Galaxy Photon Prime. Unizombie, because I actually got a decent zombie package. Negate all other card effects on the field to make damage depth. Is original attack defense. Not bad. Shadow Window. Another Stormforce. Herald of the Arclight. That's pretty cool, because that's a negate. Sorry, interruption. Last pack. Any fire? Let's find out. Desperate 3. Okay. Decent opening. I think I know what I'm going to switch to.
Ask for a better deck, and you shall receive a better deck. I now feel sorry for anyone who decided to quit watching this series after the first episode, because this deck is so much cooler than my first deck. This deck is so much better than my first deck. I feel like this deck can actually put up a fight against Evan's strategy. I limited 3 cards of his to 3, meaning that he pretty much lost 6 really good cards from his deck in 2 copies of Stratos, 2 copies of Sidra, and 2 copies of Card Trooper. Yeah, obviously he can just cut out like the Cyber Dragon if he wants to play a second Stratos or Card Trooper, but regardless, I still got rid of 6 cards from his deck. So that makes me happy. And then this is just absolutely great. So I'm going to go through here. I'm still playing the one twin-headed Fire Dragon just because it's a decent beater, and I want something I contribute for off of Brain Control aside from Caius and DDM, even though they're both still really good. Then we've got Caius. I don't need to explain why he's here. I've got DDM. This deck is planning on banishing a lot, so being able to discard like a Dark Core I'm not using or something like that, or an extra D5 to get back a banished monster is pretty cracked. Kaiku's good for banishing stuff. DD Survivor is good for his recursion. Assailant, Warrior Lady, Warrior, and Exiled Force are all removal pieces that can be searched off of Rhoda. Bazoo just gets pretty beefy by banishing shit, so he's pretty cool. And then Dimensional Alchemist, I'm playing him because he can go to 1800 and also potentially create good fodder for cards like DDM and DDR, but if he banishes those cards, I don't know what I'm going to do. And then we've got Banisher the Radiance, the 2 D5s, and the Macro, just to banish everything so we can get some of these effects going. Then we've got the 3 Bubonic Vermin who do not care if they get banished, and also make for great tribute fodder. And then we've got the 1 Kiseitai. I kind of liked how this card saved me last episode. I know that's anecdotal evidence I'm going by, but I like Kiseitai. Then we've got the Rhoda to search any of our fucking warriors. Level 4 lower, of course, which all of them are. We've got Lightning Vortex, Dark Core, Knock, Brain Control, Pre-Errata, MST, Enemy Controller, the 2 D5, the DDR, Big Bang Shot to get over Evan's defense monsters, Return in case I'm just in over my head with banished monsters and I just want to try to OTK Evan somehow, Bottomless, Time Seal to stop Evan from drawing. It's just great. Torrential, I don't need to defend this. I don't need to defend this either, nor this, nor this. The extra deck, I have sided 2 Sky Scouts and a Gearfried in case I need more beaters. Golden Homunculus and Gren Maju in case I actually find that I banish enough cards to the point these will actually become quite powerful. 2 more Kiseitai in case I really need them somehow. And then just a bunch of cards that stop back row like Cold Wave, Nobleman, and Dust Tornado, as well as some extra cards from the structure deck like DD Dynamite and By the Order of the Emperor, in case Evan has any effects like Bottomless, for example. We'll see how this does. I definitely think this is a lot better than last time, and let's try to kick Evan's ass.
Alright, we're here for the Decksplanations. Seeing as Wham decided to limit 3 of my cards to maximum of 3, thought I might want to change it up from here. Got 3 Swordsman Revealing Light, because they're very useful. If I get attacked directly, I can special summon them out in defense position. And they're fat body too, 2400. 3 Sidras, 3 Unukulahai, or however you pronounce it. 3 Denebs, 2 Procyon. Since we're doing Satellar Knights here. Vega is going to be very important for me to draw into. Palace 2 Cape Bud. Beetlejuice here. Target 1 Teller Knight Grave. Add it to my hand and send this one to the grave. It's kind of interesting. Don't think I'm going to use most of their effects. It's just going to be Deneb and then Vega. Super Poly. For some reason we have 3 Siders out in the field. Winda here so I can side an Instant Fusion. But we have Forbidden Scripture here. Very interesting card. 3 Monarch Stormforth. Talonite Alpha here. Field Spells. Chain Dispel for if he activates like something crazy. Wall of D. There's 2 of those that there should be, so I'm going to add 1 of those after this. 2 Dimension Prisons, 2 Battle Guard Howlings, 2 Wave, 2 Alpha, the counter. Can't make literally any of these. This is rare to make. I can make it from this. I can make this from 3 of these guys. I can make this from 3 of these guys. This is going to be the primary one I make. This could be a second one I can equip to this guy and make attack directly. Side decks, just DD Croak as much great. Neospatial Grey Multi, it's a bunch of high attack power things. It's an infusion, like I said, obviously, for Winda, Power Bomb, in case that happens. Battle Guard Rage, Thunder King, Row, for if he special summons anything. But yeah, that's the Decksplanations for this one.
Well, I said this at the start of my openings, and I'm going to say it again now. I feel bad for anyone who watched the entire first episode without, like, stopping to get a glass of water. But I feel even worse for people who saw that episode and completely gave up on this series immediately, because I think from here on out, this series is going to be much better.
It should be.
Now that I don't have to play just Pharaoh's Servant.
I'll go second.
You'll go second? You're giving me first. Interesting.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I am.
Well, I'm immediately starting with some of my new cards. I'm going to start by
Okay.
This is a strategy that you said in your openings of your previous episode that you were trying to avoid, but this is a strategy I can no longer avoid. I'm activating Dimensional Fissure.
Okay.
And I'm going to normal summon DD Survivor.
Okay.
Then I'm going to set 2 cards and pass.
Yeah,
I actually got good monsters, believe it or not. I don't have to play friggin' Sky Scout or what have you. Darkfire Soldier.
I'll set.
I'm gonna time seal you to turn you off the next draw.
Okay.
Still playing that. Alright, time to bring out another good card. DD Warrior Lady. Pretty much this can just get rid of any problematic set monster, but I'm actually not going to use her for that. I'm going to activate Big Bang Shot and equip it to my DD Survivor, giving him 400 attack and piercing damage.
Okay.
And then let's see if we can just hit right in.
Yeah, okay. Let's see what happens. I'm going to activate Wall of Disruption.
I see. Oh, that's definitely going to lower...
You're still going to be able to use DD Warrior Ladies.
Satellar Knights, has your strategy completely changed?
Yeah, it has.
You had... Well, I guess I did severely limit it, but you had so many good hero cards. Oh my goodness, and now you're playing Satellar Knights? Or are you just playing this as a 2K defender? That's the other question.
You'll have to see.
You know, as much as it sucks for me to do this, I know that if I leave this Warrior Lady up, I'm just going to be subject to a lot of damage, so I'm just immediately going to take this Warrior Lady and banish your Capella.
Okay.
I'm going to pass.
Okay. I'm just going to pass here. On to you.
Alright, well, it's time to double my banishing power by summoning Banisher of the Radiance.
Okay.
And I'm just going to swing in.
I see you. I'm going to activate Swordsman of Revealing Light in my hand.
What the fuck is this?
If you direct attack me, I can special summon him out. And he is a 2400 defense body. And then if I Xyz summon with him, the Xyz monster the first time will be destroyed by battle. It is not destroyed. Although that's probably not going to happen.
You're just straight up playing a Xyz deck, I guess. I'm going to switch my Survivor to defense, since I clearly can't get over that Swordsman. I forgot that card existed. Swordsman of Revealing Light. Jeez. And that's a level 8, so if you get another level 8, you can definitely Xyz for something.
I am going to have to pass turn here. There's not much I can do with these draws.
Yeah, same. Oh my goodness, I'm waiting for a certain card. And when I see it, you're going to be absolutely fucked. But it's also going to give away the set I pulled.
I'm going to activate the Monarch Stormforth.
What? You're gonna tribute my monster.
For a Cyber Direct.
Okay. That's something.
And I'll enter the battle phase and hit in with it.
I'm gonna use my Sakuretsu armor to stop your Cyber Dragon and
Ooh,
banish it.
okay.
Yeah!
I like that.
Yeah. And then
That's a nice card to pull early on.
Yeah, and then during my end phase, my DD Survivor comes back because it was banished from the field.
That is true.
And it comes back at full power.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to set a card, I'm going to switch Survivor back to defense, I'm going to pass.
Once again, I'm going to pass.
And I'm going to make it so you don't draw again. Time Seal.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to normal summon slightly worse DD Warrior Lady, the male version.
Because it's after damage calculations, okay.
Yes, I'm still going to take damage, but at least I can get rid of him. And
Yeah,
then,
you'll take 1200 if you do.
Yeah.
And then you can attack him with DD Survivor.
That's the plan.
Yep.
And since you're not playing any other monsters, it's the best plan I can come up with.
That is true.
Alright, goodbye, Swordsman. Hello, DD Survivor.
I'm
If
going to activate Stellar Nova Wave.
What is this? Special summon Tellarknight from your hand. Okay.
A special summon Belt to Guess.
It's pronounced Beetlegeist or Beetlejuice.
Okay.
One of the two.
Beetlejuice. I love that movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Perfect timing for the year too, because it's October.
True. It's October.
Well, I can't beat over Beetlejuice, so I'm gonna pass. Just don't say Beetlejuice one more time, okay? Because if you say Beetlejuice 1.5 times...
If you say it 3 times in a row,
yeah,
that'll bring him out. I forgot you skipped the next draw.
So you're defending with Beetlejuice, Beetle.
Juice. But yes. Yes, I am.
I can't beat over him. He's too thick.
At least not at the moment. Unless you draw another one of your equip spells.
Yeah.
Or tribute monsters.
Yeah, you'll never know what I have until I draw it.
Until he activates his trap card.
I'm gonna set a monster and switch Survivor back to defense and pass. Imagine having a 15 card extra deck. Could not be me.
Oh, I have a lot more than 15. I'm just kind of limited.
You're kind of limited. Look at my extra deck, buddy.
Hey, buddy, I had to change my whole deck.
You didn't have to.
Probably you could have found a way to make heroes work.
You could still play Stratos.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you're probably on 3 Sidra because you're not playing heroes anymore. Or either that, or you're also playing Card Trooper. Although I don't know how much Card Trooper really belongs in that deck. I'm gonna set another card.
Card Trooper was really only for the gimmick of me trying to get 7 darks in the grave. Stellar Nova Wave. It'll allow me to special summon a Tellarknight from my hand.
Yeah, I can't do much about that.
Bring out Deneb here. Activate the effect to grab one from my deck to my hand.
Yep.
I'm gonna grab this one.
Unu Kalhai.
Yeah, we'll say it's that. We'll summon him out.
Man's playing fucking Stellar Knights, and I'm stuck in Edison format.
Won't activate his effect, which sends one to the grave. I'll activate Hex Tellarknight, the field spell.
Hex Tellarknight. Oh my goodness, this is gonna hurt, isn't it? Okay, well at least you can't negate my attacks, because you can't... unless you send it back, bro. But if you try to send a monster, it'll get banished instead, and I think that means it won't work.
Yes, I think it'll stop it from working. I'm trying to think about what I want to do here. If I want to hit in. I think I will, though. Battle phase, I'll hit Survivor with Beetlejuice, even though he'll just come back.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We'll hit this one with Deneb.
Okay, that's Banisher.
Okay, so that's Banisher.
And the last card is Bazoo the Soul Eater, and I have no monsters in my grave, so I couldn't use his effect. I had activated DeFi too early for him to be useful.
I'm going to then perform the first Xyz summon into
Deltaros.
There he
You
is.
can destroy any card on the field.
That I can.
Are you gonna?
I don't think I will this turn.
Alright, I'm gonna reclaim my survivor.
Yep. Bring him back.
Well, as they say in New York, get him out of here!
Get him out of here. Oh, that's right. I probably should have just gotten rid of DeFi last turn. Because then I could have used this effect. But
Okay,
that's okay.
I had another. I'm gonna switch survivor to attack. Activate my trap card. Return from the different dimension. I'm gonna pay half my life points to get a bunch of shit back for this turn. And I'm just gonna go with my biggest bunguses. So, Banisher, Bazoo,
And then
Banisher, and Warrior Lady. And then they're all gonna get banished again at the end phase, but this isn't enough to OTK, I don't think. Or maybe it is. We'll see. I don't feel like doing the math. We'll
least
just have to see.
At 5,000, we'll say that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Made a slight mistake.
Yeah, no, because these last... Oh, yeah, these last three add up to 48, so... If you don't have anything...
Well, I mean, I can stop it.
Okay.
Because I have Dimensional Prison here, which I probably should have used on DD Survivor, but I wasn't thinking. It's okay, DD Survivor would have came back in the end phase.
Yeah. You only would have saved 200 points, which still... Yeah. Whatever. Well, all these guys go now.
Yep.
And I'm probably screwed.
You say that.
Oh.
Yet I did not get a good draw.
Interesting. Can DD Survivor kill you?
Not this turn.
I see. Of course, he'll just come right back.
Of course.
DD
but he might be able to next.
DD Survivor always comes back.
Ew. That might just be it.
Oh, Evan, I have a tough choice to make. What are the odds that those set cards can stop me again?
Depends on how you feel.
I think I'm going to go for it. I think I'm going to try to see I can just fuck you up.
You got it.
Yes! Oh, that's good.
I'm going to go second again here.
Sure thing. I'm just happy that I'm actually dealing damage and winning rounds other than my deck out.
That is true.
I'm going to start by setting a card. Okay. I guess I must have misclicked. Set a monster, I guess, and set another card.
I see. You did the same thing I did in the first round.
Yes.
The universe balances it out.
I guess so.
I am going to set 3. Let's see. I'll normal summon Vega.
Okay.
Which will then allow me to special out Unaklahai.
Yeah.
I'm not going to activate the effect.
Okay. You're not going to Armageddon.
Send one to the grave.
Stellar. At the end of the main phase, I'm going to MST this.
Okay.
Ooh, counter trap. Nice. Oh, you're just going to pass.
Wait. Oh, wow. That was
I'm guessing that wasn't the intent.
No, that was funny.
Alright.
No, I just read your Sakuretsu armor from a mile away. It's okay.
I'm going to activate Dark Core. I'm going to discard this bubonic vermin, and I'm going to banish your Satellar Knight, Unukalai. In
response to that, I am just going to flip up Satellar Knight Wave, or Satellar Nova Wave. It doesn't do anything at the moment.
Sorry,
just
that's
put it face
Stellar.
Up
that's Stellar Nova, not Satellar Nova. There's a difference between Stellar Nova and Satellar.
It's okay.
Satellar Knight and Stellar Knight. It's so stupid. I love it. I'm going to normal summon the boy, DD Survivor.
The mystical legend.
Then I'm going to flip up my Chaos Rider Gustav. I'm going to start banishing some spells from my graveyard for additional power.
Okay.
Then we're going to beat into your Vega.
Yep.
And then Gustav will attack directly if you let him.
I will activate swords.
You will not let him. Fuck. And then my freaking Gustav goes.
And he is destroyed.
I'll pass.
Alright. Once again, I'm in a position where the draw wasn't necessarily that good, so I'm just going to pass here.
You know I like the sound of it. I'm going to set a monster, switch DD Survivor to defense, and pass.
I am going to set one and pass.
Wow. Okay, here's something. First, I'm going to flip up Bubonic Vermin to get another Bubonic Vermin out of my deck.
Yep.
Pretty sweet.
That's the last one.
Yeah, that's the last one.
Yep.
Then, I'm going to normal summon Exiled Force, who can tribute himself to destroy any monster on the field. And of course,
like
I will target your Swordsman of Revealing Light.
Now we doing Bubonic Beatdown?
With DD Survivor, you know.
Okay, okay.
First, I'm going to swing in with the Survivor in case you try to summon something off of Wave. Although I doubt it.
Take it.
And then I will swing with the Bubonic
Vermin.
Hell yeah. And then, you know, I'll just tribute summon a god, I guess.
Might as well. Well, that's not who I want to see.
I
just pass.
I like the sound of it. Ooh, here we go. Finally, D5.
Haha! I thought you were going to do this eventually. So I had this card ready.
Chain Dispel.
Chain Dispel.
Oh no!
Your D5. Now, once I draw any of my other spell removal, I only have to worry about one D5.
Yeah. You don't need to worry about Banish or the Radiance. Or maybe I have Macro Cosmos. Yeah. You know, it's just the D5 to worry about. I'm gonna flip up this other Bubonic Vermin. They only have 900 attack, but you know what? I'm feeling Bubonic beats.
Well, that's not gonna happen.
Ah, shit. I had a feeling. Alright, I'll switch this other one to defense then.
Bubonic Vermin.
Bubonic Vermin?
Bubonic Plague.
Bubonic Plague?
I think I'm just gonna pass here, though.
Interesting. Switch. I'll keep the Survivor in attack position, I guess. I'll pass.
Alright. I'll bring out Vega here. Activate Vega's effect.
Satellar Knight Vegina.
It allows me to special one from my hand.
I know what it does. And now that you've done that, I'm going to activate my Torrential Tribute.
Ooh. Fancy.
Banish everything. I love it. And then you already know your boy's getting back his DD Survivor. And then you already know your boy's summoning another DD Survivor. That's right, the structure deck came with 2.
I am going to give myself potentially one more turn.
Okay. At least that gets rid of that set. And then, of course, he'll come right back.
Yep.
And this one I'll put in defense, just in case he pulls some bullshit. Interesting. The unfortunate thing about DD Survivor is that I can only use his effect once per turn. So if you somehow get rid of both, I can only get back one.
My trap card.
So you're...
It is just game here.
Nice. Okay.
Man, when I was testing this deck out, it was giving me much better hands.
Alright, so I'm going to ask you to send me the YDK profile of all your pools. So that way, I can choose what one of your cards that I want to replicate and add to my pools. Okay, so here is Evan's pools. He's got quite a lot of shit. I'm going to take the Metaphys Armed Dragon. No, not really.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. Apoclephort Skybase is cool. You do have Caius the Mega Monarch, which is quite nice that I could combo with my Caius that I already have from the structure deck I just got. But I'm going to have a look at even more stuff, but that's definitely one I'm going to pick out and move over here as an option. You also have Rise of the Mega Monarch, but it's not as good because I don't have as many good wind monsters, but I'll move it aside nonetheless. That Swordsman of Revealing Light put in a lot of work, so I'll move him over as well. Artifacts, Performer Pals, Satellar Knights, Shaddolls. This is like pretty much a man-eater bug with 1800 attack. It's a thought.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I got like an El Shaddai fusion as well.
Lightning Rod Lord is an interesting little lockdown piece. Deskbot. I could take an 001 as a decent tuner and potential 1-for-1 target if I manage to get that. First of the Dragons can be summoned with 2 normal monsters, so if I ever get Poly, that's a good idea. Cloud Castle's funny. Yazi's been a bit of an oppressive force in Simo's progression series lately. Utopic Dragon. Honestly, some of these Xyz monsters also aren't bad. Of course, I have no idea when I'm going to open next episode, so like I could easily get like Dragon Rulers and play a rank 7. Stellar Knight, Delteros is also just a generic rank 3 I can play. Monarch Stormforth is also not that bad if I want to take the Monarch route. So my choice is between all of these. And I don't think I'm going to take Ryza, so that's out. I definitely want to pick something that I can just play immediately, regardless of what I pull next round. So Caius is definitely a good candidate. I don't have any fusion spells of tuner monsters or synchro monsters, so these are out. I don't have any good level 8 to level 7s, so these are out. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to get much use out of Swordsman, so he's out. I don't have too many tribute monsters, so Stormforth is out. I do only have one Caius, so the odds of me seeing this and that Caius in the same duel is pretty damn low. So I think, as cool as it is, I'm going to have to say no to the Mega Monarch and stick with one of these 3 more generic options. Again, the Squamata is great because it's a man-eater bug, but I can also just normal summon it as a beater. Lightning Rod Lord, I'm going to say, is out because I do activate spells during my main phase 1. So it's really between Delteros and Squamata. And you know what? I don't have any extra deck cards yet, so I think I'm going to have to go with the Delteros. I think that's what I'm going to take as my prize card.
Alright, he's kind of like my deck king at the moment, because he's one of the few extra deck cards I can make. Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. So now you get to either limit 1 card, limit 2 cards, or limit 3 cards.
Okay. I was already thinking about hitting D5.
Okay.
So I can either choose to make that a 1, 2, or 3.
If you make it a 1,
what the other cards would be.
Anything else.
Yeah, which is why I'm thinking about other things.
Right.
Because what I could do is I could say 3. For the 3, I could say D5 Time Seal. You stopping a couple of draws could have costed some sort of help in that game.
Right.
And then the third one, I could do Macrocosmos, however. Like, I have it. I have multiple of it. I don't want to play it. I don't want to play against it.
So you're thinking of putting all 3 of those to limit 3?
Yeah, to where you can only play 1 of each, or 3 of 1, if you feel like it. So okay, I think I'll do that, yeah.
Okay, so all those are going to limit 3. Now that that's done, I'll tell you how many cards you eliminated from my deck. So you eliminated 2 Time Seal and 1 D5.
Okay. That's pretty good for me.
But yeah, that was pretty damn interesting.
In my openings, I didn't get like generic spell trap removal, but like I got the Stellar Knight like counter trap.
Right.
I got Chain Dispel, I think, in my last opening.
The structure deck came with Mystical Space Typhoon, which I'm really happy about.
Yeah.
That is just so cool.
Benefit to some of those like structure decks. They can give you a guaranteed copy of a card.
Yeah, the thing is that they give you less cards than if you draft 24 packs of anything. But even just getting 1 copy of the structure deck gives you so much value because it's a playable deck with good cards. Like, even some of the worst structure decks out there have objectively good cards.
That is true. They do indeed have some decent cards in them. Like, you may not be able to take like the main goal of the deck that they give you, but you might be able to take that 1 spell or trap that can change the game of the entire progression series.
Right.
Because just having that one copy is so helpful.
Right. Exactly. Like, if you pull the Cyber Strike structure deck that's coming out soon, you straight up get an impermanence.
That's fucking crazy.
That's the entire idea of this series. Just crazy shit. I went from playing a horrible stall burn Pharaoh servant deck to playing a banish deck from a single structure deck.
Exactly.
I
And then there's like my situation where I'm stuck already with like 700 cards to sort through to think of a deck, and that's only going to keep growing. And this is only the second episode.
right. Yeah. I think this is going to be really fun. I'm so glad to anyone who's stuck through this far. Even though it's only the second episode, for people who have continued watching since the first episode, I think they are in for a treat.
Yeah,
So
because now we're not on some interesting playing fields.
yeah. So I think that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks again, Evan. Always a pleasure.
It's me. But yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah.